Good afternoon, Pennsylvania FFA members, and my name is Mrs. Fay. I'm the Penn State Teach Ag SAE Specialist, and today we're going to talk about how to start award and degree applications in AET. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the student dashboard, and to get there, assuming you've already logged into AET. So to get to the student dashboard, we can click on the three letters AET. This is actually a button, and it brings you to the student dashboard. When you get to the student dashboard, we're going to make the assumption that you have completed your personal profile and password, and you've also recorded your current and former ag class schedule. So if you haven't done that yet, turn this recording off and go ahead and do that. After you have set up your profile and recorded your school ag classes, you can go to the Reports tab, and you can go to Degree and Application Manager. The assumption also, before you open these degree and award applications, is that you have either completed or you're working on some SAE projects. And that level of completion is kind of depends on the application that you're working on. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So we're going to choose Degree Application Manager, and you can see that I have no applications set up at this point. So before we open a new application, we see a link, FFA Award Information. So you can click on that link, and then you can go in and go down through this and fill in all of the information that applies to you at this point in your agriculture education career. So probably you have not been involved in military duty, so that you would leave blank. But if your FFA membership has been continued since you first enrolled in agriculture education, you want to click there. And you can go, you again can enter year FFA membership began, you could enter that year. So there is information every year that you can come in here and you can make some edits and update. So for the time being, we're going to hit save. So to open our new application, we see the words Agri-Science Fair. That is a menu. And we're going to pull that menu down, and you can see all of the degree and award options that are in AET for Pennsylvania currently. We have the American degree, which is the national FFA degree. We have the generic chapter, Greenhand, and state STAR application. So if you're going to apply for STAR, you would want to choose that. The Pennsylvania FFA chapter degree is chosen on the local level at your chapter level, and that is for FFA members who are in at least their second year of ag ed, and you should have at least a year of SAE records in a project. Pennsylvania FFA Greenhand degree, and again that's chosen on the local level. We have the Pennsylvania FFA state degree, which is the Keystone degree, and you can apply for that when you are a junior or a senior or after you have graduated from high school. We have a proficiency application based on your SAE projects, and we also have a research type proficiency application. So for the sake of this conversation today, we're going to choose the Pennsylvania FFA Greenhand degree. So we're going to click on that, and then we have to select Add New. To see our application, we see some things in this window. We see the application link, we'll go there in a second. We see Pennsylvania FFA Greenhand degree, and we see the date that it was created. So we created this application on April 13th, 2020, and then we see delete. The thing that's kind of neat about these degree applications is that all of the records that you have entered in the AET system will flow directly into your degree applications. So we're going to click on application, and then we're going to take a look at the links that open. So we see a few links that open. The first one is the instruction page. So you want to read the instruction page, but there is kind of a side note that I need to make with this. Some of the instructions on this page might be for somebody whose records are not in the AET system. So there are some typing directions, like for example, you must use only whole numbers, no decimals. You will not be doing any of that because your records flow right into the application. The next area that we're going to go to is the cover. Now you are going to see that my cover is fairly blank because this is a sample AET account that I use and it is not completely filled in, but we're going to go into that and you can take a look. So in the cover, we see a couple buttons. We see review profile in AET and we see review award info in AET. So if there's anything in this application that is missing on this cover page, we can go to review profile or we can go to review award information in AET, and that's where that information would be filled in. So we see our first and last name. We can see I would like to complete additional pages to be considered for STAR. We see our chapter FFA number is right here, and then we see an FFA member ID number. If your member ID number is not appearing here, you want to contact your FFA advisor and ask them about that. This district or region box will always be empty, and the area or section will have 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on which region in Pennsylvania you are located. We have gender. You can see the other information, email address, parent and guardian information, the year that you received the Greenhand degree. Right now, it's not going to be 1900. We're going to delete that and we're going to put 2020, because if you're applying for that degree this spring, right now, that's what you would have entered there. So as we scroll down further, you can see that you can see the our FFA chapter information. You can see, in this case, the advisors are, actually Mr. Brammer and I are not FFA advisors, but that's the information that is in there currently. So you want to make sure that your FFA advisor contact information in these boxes is correct. The next section that we'll go to is supporting records. So anybody who reviews your application will be able to hop right into your record book using some links. And we'll see that in a second. But the important thing on this page is the beginning date and the ending date of your records. So if you are applying this year in 2020 for the Greenhand or the chapter degree, you want to change this date to 2020 so that all of your records will fill in. And it says, are you sure you want to change the dates? We want to say yes. So we're going to say okay. So in my record books, I have entrepreneurship record books. And then I can go to this link and take a look at my record books and make sure that they're complete, because anybody who reviews this application will be able to go in, and we want to make sure that our record books are complete so that the person reviewing them will get a good look. So I chose PDF, and then I'm going to go to the record book and I'm going to open my record book. Now again, because this is a sample project and a sample account, all of these records will not be complete, but yours should all be filled in here. So as I'm going down through, you can see, uh-oh, I have a 2018 Market Hog project. The plan isn't complete. So I would need to go back in and fill in my SAE plan. And then again, it might be a good idea for you to print this so that you can mark it all up and make notes of what needs to be complete, and then go back into your AET account and complete all of those records. So we're going to go back into our application, and we're going to go to the next page. We're going to go to membership check. Now, again, since this is a fake account, we're going to see a lot of red here. So you want to make sure that all of this information is completed and correct for you. And if it's not, you can talk to your FFA advisor. So the next section we're going to go to is checklist. And again, we see some things that are not met in my fake account, but yours should either say verify in records or it should say met. So we see a few entries here that are verify in records. So anyone looking at this would click on these links and they would be able to see your record book and verify that you have actually completed the requirements for the Greenhand degree. The next area that we do once that is all complete, we go to print application. And when you go to print application, this is in all of the degree applications. You need to click on this, this box. Now it will say checklist met, generate draft, generate your application. So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to open the PDF, which formed down below. And then you can scroll down through and you can take a look at the application. But in the meantime, if my application was complete, it would say this application is finalized, and it would have some date and some information here. So that's it for now. Tune in to the next one, which will be completing the chapter degree application.